In this video, we're going to add two numbers in base 5 by using the lattice method. So in base 5, we regroup at 5 instead of 10. 4 plus 3 is 7, but we regroup at 5. So we have one rod, which is 5, and we have 2 units left over. 1 plus 0 is 1, so we have 0 rods and 1 unit. 3 plus 2 is 5, which makes it 1 rod and 0 units. With the lattice method, you add diagonally for your answer. So our answer is 1,022 in base 5. In this example, we'll learn how to add two numbers that have bases other than 10 by using the base block model. We have 53 with a base of 7 plus 44 with a base of 7. 53, we can model that as 5 rods and 3 units. 44 is modeled as 4 rods and 4 units. In base 7, we regroup at 7 instead of 10. These units now become 1 rod. 7 rods become 1 flat. We are left with 1 flat and 3 rods. 1 flat, 3 rods, and 0 units in base 7. And that is your answer. In this example, we're going to see how we can add two numbers with bases higher than 10. As you can see, when numbers have bases higher than 10, they're represented by letters. The letter T represents 10, and the letter E represents 11. Let's use traditional algorithm to solve this problem. In this 4T with a base 12, we have 4 rods, and we have T units, which means 10 units. E rods, which is 11, and 5 units. In base 12, we regroup at 12. So we have 10, 11, 12 to make 1 rod. 12 rods make 1 flat. And we're left with 1 flat, 4 rods, and 3 units. So our answer is 143 in base 12. In this example, we're going to be subtracting two numbers with base 7 by using traditional algorithm. In base 7, remember, we regroup at 7 instead of 10. 2 minus 5, since we can't do that, we have to borrow, which makes this 4 rods instead of 5. But since we're in base 7 instead of 10, we're adding 7 to this 2. 7 plus 2 is 9, minus 5 is 4. 4 minus 3 is 1, and don't forget, base 7. And there's your answer. In this example, we'll be subtracting two numbers with a base of 5 by using base blocks. We take the larger number and represent it with base blocks. So this means we have 3 flats, 4 rods, and 2 units. Now we're subtracting this number. So let's do the units first. 3 units. We can't subtract 3 units, so we have to break a rod apart. But since we're in base 5, this breaks into 5 units. Now we can subtract our 3. Let's move on to the rods. 4. We don't have 4 rods, so once again, we have to borrow. A flat is broken into 5 rods. Now we can subtract our 4 rods. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we subtract 2 flats. So what are we left with? 4 rods, 4 units in base 5. And there's your answer.